Hello guys, welcome to the stream. I'm very sorry the audio doesn't work for some reason. I hope you guys can hear me. Feel free to chat and just ask me anything. Also feel free to tell about your own project, just make sure it isn't going to be spam or anything else. Hello, welcome to the stream, Matthew, and let's just see. There are certain comments, and you can also be on my Discord. Just tell me when you're going to be there. If you're going to be there, I will just open Discord, otherwise I won't do it. So we're going to start, if you saw the Trello, with creating a color palette. So this is kind of like something I already found on the internet. We're probably going to use this. Just tell me if you guys think this is a right thing. Alright, there's someone on Discord, so we will just open that up. Alright, so the Discord is on. As far as the other things, let's just start. So here is like the color palette which we are going to use. There's something that I think this color palette is alright. I just found it on the internet. I just googled color palette and I just found this. And because we need mud, and I think those two colors are very good for that. We need grass, we need some tree, and I think we should just change it a little bit. So we're just going to put it right in the corner. And we're just going to add a new layer. And let's just see if we can just have a nice color. Something grey a little bit. A little bit whiter. Let me just get this color. A little bit more bluish, maybe. Hello, welcome to the stream, SMG4MES. And DJ, what software you use to make the color? This is GIMP where I'm currently working in. This is just found in Google somewhere. This color palette, you can find a lot of them, and most times you can just use them for free, so that's awesome. Let me just see this. Alright. We just need to make this a little bit lighter. We can change it a little bit after we create the character or whatever. But I think for now the color palette is just done. I'm a fan of your fans. Well, awesome. Really awesome. Let's see, is there already someone in the Discord? Let's just see. No, currently no one is on Discord. Alright. So we're just going to export this. And we're going towards documents. Unity projects, of course, and Unity small projects. 3D small generator, yes. Assets. And we're just going to create a new folder called models. I'm just going to create a new folder in this called texture. And will only contain this, the texture. To the couch channel, yeah. Indeed. For people who are using Discord, I just got like a special channel where it can be a maximum of 4 people at the same time, so don't get all messy. I hope it will work because I couldn't get my music to work. Let me just see if I can get it right now. And otherwise we have to do it without music. I will be here after I eat something because there's a lunchtime. See you in some minutes. Awesome. No, music doesn't work yet. and it seems like that my whole thing doesn't work. Please be in English. So you guys hear me, I hope. Otherwise, for some reason, I can't get any sound. Let's just see. Alright, I will just fix that in the break. So, well, I hope that it won't be a big problem. Alright, so we hear you. Awesome. Do you mean Discord sound? Yes, indeed, I cannot hear Discord sound. And what software are you currently using here? This is GIMP 2.0. This is a free software. It's kind of like a Photoshop. And, well, it's very awesome because it's free. And now we're going to use Blender for creating the model. Let's see, how many people are currently watching? 13 people, awesome. Everybody welcome to the stream. Yeah, indeed, you was just a little bit too late. So we're just going to do this right here. So we're just going to create Iceland. So what we're going to do is create icosphere, and let's just see, keep two divisions, just to make sure that we don't forget it. I'm going to assign a new material called texture. I'm going to add texture also. If there's, by the way, anything about the stream that doesn't work, or you want to have another in the screen, just say it, because I cannot watch my own stream, so that's kind of sucks. So we saved it right by Unity small projects, 3D platform generator, assets, models, texture, and let's just load in as texture. And also we're going to call this Iceland 001. And we are also going to call this one. Alright, as far from my sound doesn't work, so I will just remove myself from the Discord. I'm very sorry, guys. I will try to fix that within a next break to fix the whole audio problem. It worked an hour ago, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. So we're just going to make it a little bit lower. We'll just screen keys. Right, so here you can see what I'm currently doing with my keys, so we don't have to say everything. Let me just see. We're just going to make this a little bit lower, like just as in the concept art. And we will just make it a little bit smaller also. I think you have to restart Discord, some troubles with your microphone. I don't know, I will just see that in the break to make sure that, well, we can just go on with streaming. I'm very sorry for that. Alright, so just let's move this just right here. What's the problem? Yeah, the problem is that my audio doesn't work. I can also not, I had some music in the background what I wanted to play. I cannot play that and everything else. So, and I cannot hear anything. So that kind of sucks. But it shouldn't be that big of a problem. See ya. Alright. No, it's alright. Welcome to the stream. Let me just see. Is this looking awesome? Nope, it isn't. So we just, what we're currently making is what also is the thumbnail, like a little bit of the same. We'll just see if we can just manage to do that. Last time it wasn't that hard to create, so it should be okay. Yeah, Matthew, Discord currently isn't working, so we have to do it some other time. So that's a shame. It's really a shame, but well, it isn't any difference. So I'm sorry for that. I will try to fix that soon. So this is kind of alright. We just need to move this a little bit up. So what we're going to do is just move this all up so it's like a little bit of a UFO, or whatever you want to call it, a little plateau above there, and everything beneath here looked like a diamond. Yes, I know, that's currently still the problem what we're going to fix. Let me just really get on my mobile. I got here my document where I got some concept art. Just see how I did it right there. Yeah, I have it a little bit too low. That's the main problem. So I just need to move this right up, and then I just need to select this all and just scale it down. Sorry guys, have to sleep now, I'm tired. Alright, you can see this, well, tomorrow I think on my channel, also if you want to rewatch it or want to watch it further. Just add that right there, and like, I don't like it fully currently. Then we're just going to put it right there. Like, I got the feeling that we just need to move this all a little bit down, and then it will be almost alright. We just need to move this bit a little bit to the center, and just a little bit to there. Also guys, if you want a tutorial of anything that will be happening right here on this live stream, please ask. Don't really really copy it right from the stream, because this is all the code, for example, is going to be very quickly made, not optimized, not, you know, things like that, not really clean, because you just have to have a time limit to create a whole game. So if you want anything, just remember the time, put it afterward in the comments, because if you do it in the actual chat, I probably won't remember it and won't see it again. So that kind of sucks. So I think for now this is okay. It's not perfect. If you're just going to move that right there, it's already going to look a lot better. And we just need to move this a little bit up, because yeah, I like this. Don't worry, I won't copy anything, just for inspiration only. Yeah, that's alright, it's alright. In the end, you can copy everything, but I just don't want you guys to, well, that you got bad code or a bad game or anything because you copy something that's happening on the stream. That's mainly to create something very quickly. So now we're just going to assign everything. So what we're going to do is just, we're going to unwrap it, we're going to reset it. And also my engine is Unreal 4. Oh, I never played with that actually, because I tried it, of course, but my computer couldn't handle it, so I just had to give that up. A shame though, I really want to work with it someday. As far as I'm concerned, that's a little bit, at least what I hear from it, I don't know it from first hand, is that's a little bit more that you can create a little bit better graphics with it, so it's kind of awesome. But the problem was, I think, with the scripts or something like that, that you hadn't all the possibilities Unity had. I don't know though, I just heard it from other people and from other streams. I have dyslexia, so Blueprint is my thing, I can script for shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of handy then, indeed, yeah. I also got problem with the languages, so you're not the only one here. A little bit darker, I think. No, it needs to be a little bit lighter. And I also think that this should be a little bit, oops. This should be a little bit more brownish. Yeah, I like this. I like this color thing. Of course, there aren't any shadows currently. I don't know how to use Blender, and right now I'm doing what you're doing. That's alright. Just if I can create a tutorial series soon about this art style, but just request in the chat and maybe I will do it. Alright, so we are just going to save this file in a new file, in a new folder. Unreal Engine is hard to master in the C++ part. Unity is a really beginner engine, but with Unity you can make the same kind of graphics, but you have to work very hard for that. Alright, and I'm working on the isometric survival game. Ooh, tell me more about that. It looks, or it sounds awesome. Unity small projects, a platform generator. I'm just going to create here a new map called Extra, if it will create one. Yeah, Extra, and we're just going to call it, I'm just going to save right there this whole thing. So the reason why we do that is because a lot of things you really don't want that inside your actual game at the end. So we're just having an extra folder where we're just going to save the file itself, and you're just going to export this, and that we're going to save that. So just going to create this, name this Island, and we're just going to export this as an FBX file, and with the 6.1 version. We're going towards assets, models, and we're just going to place it right here. Alright, we're going on with the Island part. Alright, so we got the problem that it will just look like nothing is there, but we can just fairly easily fix it by just making it 100. Apply it. We're just going to remove the animations and everything because we don't need that. Alright, so we're just going to change something about the shader. Just going to make smoothness a little bit less. Yeah, I agree with DJ. Construct 2 is for a beginner really. Unity is a little bit less, but still, the documentation of Unity is very good, so we can actually just, it's very easily to master it. So that, well, yeah, it's kind of like the same. Let me just see right this. So this kind of looks awesome, but I think, that's just my opinion of course, but I think this seam is a little bit too low. And we're also going to create it even bigger, so we just need to make sure. We're just going to make a little bit. And we're just going to also, like, it looks like there's a little bit of a hill down there and down there. Something like this, I don't know. Let me just export it very quickly. And by the way, I'm always happy to see like a discussion about game engines and things like that in the chat, so don't be afraid to say your opinion, only be sure that you do it a nice way and don't hurt anyone by saying like you're shit or whatever. So this kind of looks awesome. Let's just create it a little bit bigger for like 500. Yeah, this kind of looks awesome. Alright, so we're just going to delete that, and we're going towards the standard assets, characters, third person, prefab, third person controller. I'm just going to zero this out. Just going to put a little bit above it. Just let's see. Oh yeah, we also need from the cameras the multi-purpose, yes, I think the right one, and we're just going to see if this will work. Alright, are there any questions already? Oh, I've got to put a collider on it. Smart, very smart. I will also create here a new folder called prefabs. And we're just going to put like this one right here. I'm just going to call it Island 001. No, we don't want to make it static. And right here we want to have a mesh collider. So now let's see what this will do. Well, this kind of looks awesome. I want the rotation a lot faster. Just to lighting, we just want to turn that off for now. Turn speed 3. Game developer starting nowadays with Unity, and people are using it like a beginner engine. Yeah, that's I suppose it's just something that, well, you can just choose to do it. I really want to put a link to a screenshot to one of my models, so I could ask what they should do, but links are not allowed. Seriously not? I think I turned that off. Alright, are you on my Discord? I will just put a link to it. And just go there and just go to General and just put there the link. Or actually just put there the image. I will just show it on server and it will just, everyone can just see it. Let me just see. Whee! I want to request trees with waving leaves and animation. You mean like a tutorial, DJ? Because then you just put it in. I will just, well, create it some other time because it's a challenge. I can't create everything, so we're just going to create a new folder called scripts. And let me just see. One lonely death. Did you already send it? General tutorial live stream. Nope, I cannot see it. Alright. Just put it also in the chat when if you have it, and I will just check then what exactly is happening. Alright. So we'll start with creating a new script. We're going to call it platform generator. Just going to open it up. Alright, so the idea is that it will have two spots, every chunk, so every part, group of islands, and we'll just from there, how do we use general? You can just, you should be able just to send something. Just send something, or just like, I can type, so maybe, did I turn it off for, what's permissions, everyone. Can you do it right now? Yeah, awesome. Oh, okay. Me too. Lol. Okay, awesome. Then we're just going on with the stream, with creating something. So going to have a function, a public void add one island. Yeah, and for that we need a transform. No, I want you to make it on your island for decoration. Then I also want to know how to make it. Yeah, I know you want to do that, but the problem is we only got like 5 hours. So first we're going to, if we got time, we can do that, but it will be at the end of the stream because we first need to create to make sure that everything that the that it should have will work. So currently we are creating the generator because that's very important for this game. Last on a connection point. So we are just going to put here a private variable, private transform old connection point. All right, and we're going to have here, region player first and region. So for example, don't worry, decoration always comes at the end. Yeah, indeed, that's true. That's not a good method name. Add one island. Yeah, I know you are meaning that one, but I don't know why. Okay. Let me just see right here. It's not correct. What should I add next? Some detail. So just for everyone, this is it. Can I just opening? Alright guys, if you just wait a second. Come on. Alright, then we cannot send it. Alright, so you just saw it, and just tell this guy what you guys think about it. Public generate island maybe. Yeah, oh yeah, that's generate island. And we are just going to have also a serializable field, and we're just going to call it it's private, by the way, a private float jump height. So that's like how far we can go with the jump, so we know how far we can just put the actual next island, next chunk. And alright, so within start, and we're also going to have a public struct, and I know I should create another script for that, blah blah blah. I don't want to. Public struct, and we're going to call it island data. Then we're going to have another struct, a public struct, seeds. Level seed. Alright, so in this one we are just going to put like all the island data. So for example, a public game object prefab, a public int difficulty, and also let's see, what can we also do? Yeah, I think we can do that for now. And for the level seed, we're going to have a public float max distance and public int max difficulty. So we can just have different levels. So to generate island, what we are going to do is we are going to create another script. Can you tell me what the structs are used for? For structs, you don't have to make a new script. Sometimes I'm doing two structs in one script and also an interface. A struct is like you can have some data inside it. For example, what we're going to do right now. So, for example, I call this island, island data, and reload. And I'm just going to have like a struct. Let's just remove this. And we can just have a lot of data inside here, and we cannot do anything with it. We cannot do like a public void start and so on, but it's just a struct. I cannot use this. Oh, let me just use a mono behavior then. Welcome to the stream, Lusa. I have a typo. Let me just fix it very quickly. Alright, oh, that's, oh, I already got it here. Okay, then we just need to change this by island. That works. Alright, so we can just now also put it right here. And let's see what reload. Alright, island information perhaps. Yeah, that can also be. I don't care. I currently have this one. So we got public transform, first connection point. So this is the point where if it's a new island, it will just put it right there, and from public transform last connection point, it will just add the new chunk. So let's just see. We are going to also have, no, we're going to do that later, because we're also going to have that we can add trees and things like that. That's going to work a little bit differently. And we're going to have here a public list, and well, let's just create a private. We really, other scripts don't need to use it, and we're just going to have a list of islands data, and we're just going to call it islands, and it's a new list of island data. All right. So now here we are going to actually do it. So we got an old connection point. The very first thing we're going to do, oh, and we're going to have at the end, we're just going to have here another region, and we're just going to call it island data. And region. So we're also going to have here a private island data last island, and that's also a new that's a new island data. So actually this makes sure that the last one is just like the ending one, which will go towards the next level. Well, actually we're not going to really have levels. It's more like you're just having generated and it will just go on. So it's kind of boring maybe, but it's just like the fun of creating it, of course. So we start with an if statement. We need to make sure that the maximum distance is less than the current one. So we are going to have here a public level seed, current level, and that's a new level seed. Don't forget, by the way, to give one developer a little bit of feedback. I didn't saw it yet. Oh, in the actual Discord I see maybe add some eyes. It's actually a pretty good one. Also, I'm talking about this character, by the way. I think also you should add some hands. Just create something there, because it looks very weird, I think. But on the other hand, it's your model, and also some other people have to say their opinions, I think. I want to ask you, which one is better? Use var for every variable or manually typed variables like string or whatever? Well, I like to have that you just type string and things like that, because you just know beforehand what exactly it is going to do. So that's why I use that one, but you can actually use, I think you can use both, but I'm not sure. Said Dami, I'm back, awesome. Welcome back to the stream. Factor3.distance, we are going towards the other connection point, dot position, and we're going to also check from factor3.0, because we're also always going to start at the 0 position, and if it's less than the current level dot max distance, we are going to add new island, and here we're just going to put an else loop. We are going to create a new create new island, create end island. In C# it's better to be specific, because if you use var, I would never know what sort of variable you have until I'm reading the code, of course. Yeah, exactly that. I don't know if it's really any problem with the actual, well, how do you call it? The optimization. Also, guys, put in the comment section if you guys want me to have more streams. Or if you watch this later on YouTube, please put it there. That's very important for me to know. Otherwise, I can create sometime a new. I can do it every week, maybe. I don't know for sure, but I can do more live streams for sure. But just put it there. I won't stream for only 2 people. So if there are enough people who requested it, I will do it. So public void instantiate island, and we're going to have here the island data current island. All right, and just going to put right here if other connection. Well, yeah, because we also need a transform other connection. Alright, no, there won't be any problem with optimization, but it's just not smart using var. If you're writing in JavaScript, then you have to, but it's just so messy to do. Yeah, I think it's part of the reason why I don't like JavaScript, because it's a very messy language, at least for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I feel like that's the problem. We're just going to instantiate. Well, no, we're just going to have another function called public void generate level. So it will just start with instantiate an island, but we're also going to have a list. JavaScript is evil, C# is love. Well, for me it is, but for some people not, so I won't harm your feelings. And since then there are just some people who just think, nope, we don't like stream anymore. Alright, a public list of island data of all the islands we can use. I think someone in the chat really loves the C family. I just got that feeling. Sometimes I prefer to use var because the object name is so long that I'm too lazy to type it. Lol. Yeah, maybe. We can, by the way, just make this private because we actually don't need this otherwise in the script. Because what we are going to do is, here we are just going to say that a public list of island data get usable data. So what we're actually going to do here is just making sure that only the ones with the right difficulty, and we can also do some other things, but just to make sure that we only got the islands we want to use. So we are just going to do a for loop here in a minute, but here we just need a level seed. Level. So here a for loop that will just go towards all the islands, and it will just, well, we also need a new list, of course, a list of island data of all return, well, just call it temp, whatever. But how is life for everyone going? What are you currently working on? What are you currently doing? What projects do you make? I'm very interested in this because I'm always very interested in you guys, but in the comments, well, it's not really the right place for a lot of times, but in Watch the Stream, I think we can finally chat. So don't be afraid to say something. Okay, for now we only have to check the difficulty. So if islands I dot difficulty is less than level dot max difficulty, we are going to temp dot add islands return temp. We're going to say here by generate level that the islands we can use is going to be right. Making an eye with steering behavior. You can see all my IE in Discord opinion. Please, let me just see that very quickly. My blender skills. Well, yeah, it's an awesome bird. Anyway, let's go on. So we're just going to call generate island within the start function, so every time we can just test this. Islands we can use is get usable islands, and then the, well, for now we're just going to use that, but at some point we're going to make a main menu and we're going to use that. Islands, yes, we're going to use islands. Maurits and Abilash Batkuyar. I really hope I spelled your name, or I said your name right. I'm very sorry if I didn't, but thanks for the compliment. Going lunch, be back in a moment. Alright, DJ, we won't go anywhere. So we now got the islands we can use. So what we're now going to do is, well, it's fine. Alright, good enough. Well, old connection isn't, well, old connection. So that means just if old connection is assigned, we are going on. We are going to generate an island with the old connection point. We actually don't need to do this. We can just directly get from alt connection point. Yep. All right. And we can just remove this. All right. So here we are to create like the island. So with just an instantiate island. And we're going to do that with, well, the other connection, we still don't need that. Also here not. And we are just going to have here an island data. Called data. Let's just call it temp. I just love using that. And that's going to be, I use the same layout as Azure in Visual Studio. Yeah, this is the default one, so I didn't do really that much though. That's, I just like it the way it is. Sometimes there's some other guys who want to change me something, so I just do that then. I really don't care a lot about it actually. Random dot range. So we just get a random from all the possible instances. We just get a random island. So from 0 to the islands we can use dot count. So the count means this isn't included. So we can just, of course, the list starts with 0, so that will just be all right. So we just can add here temp. And here we can just do instantiate island and islands, right? But I will back after I finish my work. All right, we won't go anywhere. You can also watch this later on YouTube. I will upload it tomorrow, I think. Alright, so what were we doing here? Instantiate island. We need to have the end island. Last island. We called it. I'm very sorry, Jeffrey. I know you hate this. If I do this wrong. Last island. We are just going to put it right here that it will just game object. New island is instantiate current island dot prefab, and here we need to calculate the position and the rotation. So the rotation is, we need to calculate both. So what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 new functions for it. So I'm just spreading everything out in functions, so I can just see where it goes wrong and I can just easily debug it when we're going to test this. So we're going to have here a public vector 3 island position, new island position. The brackets, it's hurting my eyes. Which though? This one? I don't know why Jeffrey's message was deleted. The else. Oh, I know why this is hurting. He just removes it always if there's only one line. But I don't care. Alright, so what we're just going to do right here, we're just going to return vector 3.0 as long as we didn't do the calculation. So we got like the old connection point dot position, but we just have a temp. Whoops. A vector 3 temp, which is just going to be this, and then we're just going to add a few things. We are going to do a rotation to it. So what we're actually going to do, we're just going to multiply it by alt connection dot forward. Wait, no. Let me just see. We got a direction. We just need to calculate that first. So that is going to be we know for sure that it's going to be like forward. So from the old connection point, it needs to be forward because we want to make sure that it doesn't really goes over the other object. So what we're going to do here is we are just saying that it doesn't matter. I always use brackets for one line condition statements because maybe sometimes I come back and add some extra code there. Yeah. I do that also a lot, but Jeffrey hates it for some reason. He's really a whiner. Let me just see. Direction is going to be a vector. We are actually going to do here a random statement of a new vector 3. And we're just going to do, so the x, let me just see. Because I didn't create this game beforehand, I would know that for Brackys is, for example, Brackys is creating like the games before he actually is doing his statements. And why isn't this? Oh, nice. Right, so Brackys is creating it beforehand and things like that. But I was thinking I will just create it, create everything together with you guys. So this is the z-axis. And that is forward, so we need that to be that needs to be always 1, and the x that can vary between -1 and 1, the y-axis also. Yep, but no brackets is cleaner though. You know, I think that's an opinion though. At least that's my opinion. Alright, so we are just going to do here float, and the random.range is a little bit weird. Random.range, when it is an int, it will not use random.range. Well, I actually need to do it a little bit different. Random.range actually excludes like the maximum if you are just do it like this, like an integer. But if you press an F, so it means it's a float, it will include it. I don't know why, but apparently they were thinking that that is usable. And also here -1, 1. Forward is of course going to be 0. Then we need to make sure that it's going to be forward for this guy. So what we're going to do is we are going to say that temp, we're going to add the direction, but of course we need to make sure that it's going to be forward for this one and not in the space. So what we're going to do is alt connection point dot rotation, not the local rotation but the real rotation. I think we can use that one. Yeah, to make sure that if the island is rotated, we really don't, that doesn't care. And then it will just create the new place. So, and we're also going to normalize this. So we're going to make that the length is going to be 1. So dot normalize. Whoops. Normalized. I'm sorry. And then we're going to multiply it by what here like a little bit of a variable jump height to make sure that we can just reach it. So this is like the max jump height. Then let's see. The direction, and we just need to return temp, and then we are just going to put it right here. For now we're just going to test this one, and after that we'll take a small break just to make sure that I temp vec that everything is going to be alright. It's just like for 1 minute and everything, but we'll also try to fix the sound, and let's hope that will work then. So new island position. The moment when you discover that you forgot to put a script on a game object. Yeah, that's freaking annoying. really. If you want to hear about his trauma, just ask Jeffrey. He got that problem a lot of times. So now we just got we just need to press here as game object, and let me just see if this will work. Alright, so we're just going to create empty. Let's call this island generator. So we're just going to put here like, wait, I forgot something. We need to put right here that I'm back. Welcome back. We didn't do everything here. We need to have here a component because we need to know what the new old position is. So we are having it has like the island, and we're just going to say new island data, and it is going to be new island dot get component island, and then we're just going to say that the old position, like, by the way, this is not going to work exactly, or we need to do some other calculations to know the exact position. Hi, greetings from Brazil. Hello, I'm just going to call you Bob. Hello Bob, welcome to the stream. So new, we're just going to say that new island data dot the last connection, we need that one. I'm just going to say that the old connection point is going to be that one. Right, so we now, I think we have everything. We still need to do, I've got a feeling I've got some, I've got the rotation. Quaternion, the old connection point dot rotation multiply by that one, so that will work. And let me just see. There are some other things we need to do because this isn't right. We're just going to do that if old connection point is empty, so it's null. I'm just going to return factor3 dot 0. So now we can just have it like here, generate level. We can just say that we want to instantiate island, and we just can say, well, we can just actually do a random one. We can just do exactly this part. So it should be working right now. Probably there's going to be a few problems, otherwise it wouldn't be programming. So we're just going to add here an island. Can you just put you right? Oh, you're not going to work, huh? Are you going to work right now? Please? I beg you. Here's it's 10 AM. I woke up now. Well, it's currently here. It is 2 o'clock in the midday, I think. Yeah. So it's 2 PM. I'm actually time for my very first break. After I test this, of course. I first want to test this. So we're just going to create an empty and call it editor. and we're going to create another empty, and we're going to call that one connections, and from there we are going to create another empty, and we're going to say begin position. Where I'm from, one lonely developer, I'm from the Netherlands. Oops, begin position, that's going to be right here. And it needs to be global, by the way. And just put it right there. It needs to face the opposite direction. Awesome. And now we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to say this is the end position. Yeah, Jeffrey, I know you. You're a personal friend. I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, I can remove this. I can just add it right here. We also need to make sure it's like here on the line. And we just need to assign it. So begin and oh, this is on the wrong one. Oh, we are having so much fun, Jotem. Alright, we're just going to zero that out. Just going to change this. Hey, I'm from Finland. Anyone? Oh, I've got I'm the only person in Finland. That's not true. Let me just check that up. How many people live in Finland? See, you got 5 million friends there. Well, not exactly friends, but 5 million people who could be friends. But you are here now. Where are the astronaut character model? That's in the... I got one, but that's in the... I created that before the stream, but we're going to create it again, only a little bit better. We're going to do that in the end of the stream. Lonely, I'm so lonely, I got nobody on my own. Aww, that's so sad. I can just give you guys the link. And let me just put it right here. That's the link where you can just see what we're going to do in the stream. So we got end, begin. I think we got everything. So we're just going to apply it. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to say right here, we're just going to add. Come on. We are just going to assign this one. And difficulty is 0 because really it's not a big problem. Max difficulty is 1. Max distance is going to be 20 for now. And we need to do one last thing before I forget about it. I've got here a little thing. This. Let me just see how this will work. And after that I will take a small break. Really like 20 seconds or so. 1 minute, just scratching my legs and everything. Great. Generate island. Instantiate. Alt connection point. Current level. Max. What is his problem? Alright, let's just go in debug mode. Also, we didn't assign it. Wait a minute. Generate instantiate island. Why isn't this working? Alright, we can just debug it. We are going to do it after my break. I'm just going to scratch everything, and just something fun. We already have 13 hours in total that it's being being watched, this stream. So that's very awesome. I will just also try to fix the actual well, sound thingy, and let's just hope that will work. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, I'm back. The music isn't going to work, as far as I know, for this stream. I'm very sorry for that. I will also shut down Discord. I'm very sorry for that all. Well, I'm 18 and well, there are some old guys in the chat. And also some young guys. Let's just see. So the problem was right here. The old connection, I think that's the problem. Yeah, we already saw that. That's the problem. It doesn't get assigned for some reason. Let's connect. It's just getting called debug.log new data last connection point name. Let's just see if this will do anything. Old, excuse me. Well, I'm older, so I cannot say it for you, but it was some guy with 30. Was it age of 30 or something like that? What did you create it with Unity? Well, I created a few games, not a lot. I think it's already calling it at the moment. Like, this isn't working for some reason. Look at generate level. That makes sense. All right. What did you create with Unity? Currently, we're still working on it, so we didn't create a lot. This one. Just rotate. And currently we are working with creating an island generator, which isn't exactly working. Alright, so I think I assigned the wrong island to it, maybe? Could that be it? Or... okay. Alright, so it isn't, the script isn't there. So we need to do that first. Weird. I think I assigned it, but for some reason... lovely. Anyway. We are just going to do this. We're just going to apply it. Let's see if it will work right now. Well, kind of. It's ugly, but it works. Yeah, it works. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to actually duplicate this and just remove anything beneath this, yeah, and just remove here the script from and zero this one out. So we're just going to make sure that the rotation is going to be alright. So we're just going to remove that, going to remove this, we're going to remove this, and we're just going to add this one. I'm 17.2, awesome. Very awesome. You can never start too early with creating games. At least that's my opinion, again. Like right here. Here's everything alright. Probably the connections aren't. And now they're also alright. Awesome. So we can just apply them and remove this. What will happen now? I'm very curious. Well, this looks kind of awesome. Well, it isn't like it's supposed to be, but there is like the generation works. Kind of. Still got the feeling that it will always do the same position. I mean, Two Naughty Dog found it started fairly early, so MK Blast. Yeah, you can never start too early. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know who those guys are. I'm very sorry about that. I'm just going to create another island. We're just going to call this End Island. So we're going to have here a flag and things like that. But we're just going to do that later with creating the mechanics. But we just have to assign it right now, because otherwise it won't work. So we can just have that one. Jump height can be, by the way, 1 for now. And what we're now going to do is actually do the last thing. So by instantiating for the movement, by the way. Wow, that's actually cool. Yeah, thanks. Or if you mean for Naughty Dogs, that's also awesome. But then I shouldn't be saying thanks. So what we're going to do is we can say that the Island data is going to be, so we got the right dot position, dot transmitted position. We got like the position currently of like the position where the begin position needs to be. Dus actually what we're going to do is we're just going to minus with the new island data dot I need to go. Could live for you guys. Bye. See you guys. See you later. So new island data dot trend no dot start begin. How is it called here? First connection point dot position. So now it should be working. I don't know for sure though. We will see. You don't know the game before the Naughty Dog? No, maybe I heard from them, but I'm not very good with names, so it can be a little bit of a problem sometimes. I think I broke it. Yay. Alright, let's just see what we exactly did wrong. So we only changed this one. We did it minus the... Oh, we didn't the local position. Once we made crash, Jack, Uncharted, and The Last of Us. Oh, of course I do know them.